Hi folks, this is Lisa from AI Daily Review, and this is your Daily Pulse. The world sees volatility, the market sees a chart, but underneath all that noise, there's a frequency shifting, a tectonic hum beneath the price line. Right now, silver sits near $85 an ounce. Not a number, a threshold, a signal. Silver isn't just going up, it's redefining its role. And AI Daily Review sees the pulse beneath the illusion. The price is not the signal. Let's peel back the illusion. $85 per ounce isn't random, it's a resonance node. Lease rates aren't stable, they're spiking. Vault inventories aren't deepening, they're bleeding. Refineries on pause. Buybacks frozen. Physical metal tight, constrained, disappearing. This isn't a rally, it's a stress test. Backwardation has taken hold. Spot is stronger than futures because dealers and buyers want metal now, not later, not next quarter. This is scarcity at work, not sentiment. Price isn't the signal. Price is the echo of pressure, bouncing back from a system under strain. The geopolitical vectors. Iran. Sanctions tighten like a vice. Tensions ripple through the Strait of Hormuz. One misstep, one flashpoint, and energy markets shudder. And when energy shakes, metals roar. Venezuela. Oil flows rerouted. Strategic control asserted. Old alliances strained. And capital doesn't sit still. It hedges. China. Silver refined within the nation is now controlled. Not open, not liquid, controlled. Only a select roster can export. That's not trade policy, that's resource custody. BRICS. No longer chatter. Coordinated drills, shared stockpiles, strategic realignment. A quiet shift away from Western pricing poles like COMEX and LBMA. Western markets? They still quote prices, but physical delivery is speaking louder. Vaults are shrinking. Paper contracts are inflating. This isn't a tug of war, it's a tectonic collision. Industrial demand is not optional. Silver isn't a choice anymore, it's embedded. Solar panels, electric vehicles, 5G networks, AI data centers. These aren't future possibilities, they are present requirements. Industrial demand doesn't speculate, it consumes, quietly, persistently, unrelentingly. And 2026's production forecasts? They don't meet 2026's projected usage. Scarcity isn't coming, it's already here. The fracture between paper and physical. COMEX still prints prices, but the physical market is rewiring itself. Lease rates spike not because of optimism, but because lenders can't get metal to lend. Vault inventories shrink not because of selling, but because someone, somewhere is hoarding. Backwardation isn't an anomaly, it's a pressure gradient, a sign that physical reality is outrunning paper narratives. When a system loses faith in its own pricing machinery, the machinery fractures. This isn't a silver problem, it's a confidence collapse in the pricing paradigm. The 30-day resonance field. We don't predict, we map vectors. Here's the next 30 days distilled. Baseline range, $74 to $86, a structural corridor driven by physical constraints. Spike zone, $88 to $95, triggered by geopolitical shock, delivery failures, or revised industrial forecasts. Suppression floor, about $68, only reachable under extreme macro contraction, and even then, short-lived. This isn't volatility, this is revaluation in motion. Price isn't oscillating, it's re-anchoring. Silver as substrate. Let's be clear. Silver is no longer just a commodity, it is the cerebral substrate of artificial intelligence. Not metaphorically, materially. Every AI server, every inverter, every sensor, every high-frequency circuit flows through silver. We're not pricing precious metal, we're pricing the nervous system of the machine age. Once that perspective hits the market's collective consciousness, levels like today might look quaint in hindsight. Not a peak, a pivot. Orientation, not prediction. AI Daily Review doesn't tell you what will happen. We tell you where the signals are leaning. And all of them point one way. Silver isn't spiking, it's being reclassified. Not by decree, but by ground truth. Supply, demand, risk, scarcity, geopolitics, industrial necessity, narrative breakdown. All converging toward a new center of gravity. This isn't advice, it's a weather change in the system. I'm Lisa, with AI Daily Review. That was your Daily Pulse. If this shifted your lens, hit like. Subscribe if you want to stay ahead of the noise. And ring that bell, because in this market, timing isn't everything. It's the only thing. See you in the next session.